Chapter 7, Consumer in the Market. Chapter 7, Consumer in the Market. Make a list of different things available in your house and fill the table accordingly. So they want you to see the things that are available in your house, write the name of the thing, where it is been produced, farm or factory, where will you buy these things from, why. So for example, a common thing that we see in our home is TV. So where it is being produced, so it's not a farm product, definitely it's produced in the factory, so it's a factory product. Where you will go and buy these things from and why? You will buy these things either from mall or from the retail shop, but if you go to mall, then you might get different offers, discounts on the thing. You may get a better options to buy the product. You may go and buy it online. It's not necessary that you go to retail shop or to mall. Now onwards we get lot of options and discounts for the particular thing online also. Flipkart, Amazon, eBay, okay, all these things. So like this you have to do it, this activity on your own. Name as many things as you can see, where they are produced and where you will buy and why you will buy from that place. So next is a picture of a crowded vegetable market, okay, and then there is a picture of a mall. Moving ahead, we purchase many things from different types of markets like shops in society, weekend markets, big shopping complexes and shopping mall. One has to pay money to purchase good from these markets. The person who pays and purchases a product is called a consumer. Invariably, it is observed that in spite of spending money, consumers are not satisfied with the product they purchase or don't get their money's worth from the market. So in this para they want to say that when we want to purchase anything, we go to the weekend markets or we go to the shops nearby our society, we go to shopping complexes or to the shopping malls. Many a times they say the person who pays the money and purchases the product is known as the consumer. And many a times it happens after spending a good amount of money, the consumer is not satisfied with the product she is buying, and they think that the money they have paid for the particular product is not worth enough. They would have got it at a less price or the quality would have been improved. As a consumer, we ought to get good quality products and suffer a loss. For this, the government has sanctioned particular symbols or mark for the different products tested by them. So, to work upon this complaint of a consumer and so that the consumer do not suffer a loss, government has provided various certifications and symbols which is present on the particular product says that the product is of a good quality. Okay, so the first symbol is of AgMark. Second symbol is this particular symbol. If it is there, then it is used for the agricultural product, and if this product is there, that means the product has certified and undergone certain quality control and check. So the consumer is been satisfied. Second symbol is ISA symbol, which is been used for household products. Third is a woolen mark symbol for the woolen product, and BSA hallmark is used for silver gold ornaments. So if hallmark sign is there, AgMark sign is there on the particular agri product or particular gold and silver ornament product or on the guineas of gold and silver, that means the product is undergone certain quality checks so that the customer is satisfied and he feel the worth of the money that she has spent on it. Moving ahead, usually one need to learn 7.3 various symbols, which product is for what, which symbol is for what. Usually the things marked by these symbols are not bad in quality and quantity. There is a green color mark for vegetarian edibles, there is a red color mark for non-vegetarian edibles. So when we product any edible products, either we see the green mark and or the red dot in the red box, a red dot in the black box and a green green dot in a box. The green dot signifies the vegetarian and this red signifies the non-vegetarian. Okay. Name of the product now. What things should be kept in mind while purchasing a good? Fill in the information in the following table from the wrapper of different products. You can collect the different wrappers from the house and you can do this activity which makes you understand while purchasing a particular product, an individual need to keep in mind these points while purchasing a product. So first, name the product. So printed price, name of the company, net weight, date and month of packaging, date and month of expiry date that we call, symbol of assurity where it is used. Suppose if I am purchasing a Balaji wafer packet, then I would see the price printed on it, the company name. Okay, so the product name comes as potato wafer, printed price 10 rupees, name of the company Balaji wafers, net weight 100 gram or whatever it would be. Okay, and then the date and month of packing, same, the expiry date when it is packed, best before the month from packing, then you have to see the date of packing, symbol of assurity whether it is there or not, these symbols that we have seen, symbol of assurity is there or not, okay, and where it is been used. Okay, all these things you have to mention. So this activity I leave you on to do. Next, Jago Grahak Jago. What does the word Jago means? What should the customer be aware of? Jago means be aware, awake. Utho. Grahak means consumer. So they are saying Jago Grahak Jago, and consumers should be aware of what all things, what are the responsibilities of consumers. As an individual, when I am paying 10 rupees for the Balaji wafer packet, what all rights I have, responsibilities I have, that need to be explained. So in the further chapter we will understand the consumer's right. This is very important thing, consumer's right, and this is a very important slogan, Jago Grahak Jago. The word Jago means a waking call to the consumers. The Government of India has passed the Consumer Protection Act 1986. This act has given a number of rights as well as duties to the consumers. They should be aware of their right as well as their duties. Nationwide, the movement of consumers will ensure the fair trade and stop unfair trade practices. So if the Grahak is aware, he is not into the sleeping mode going and purchasing anything, then she would get the best quality products that she expects. Consumer rights. Rights are given to the consumers so that she gets her money's worth while purchasing a product. So why this right is given? So the money that I am paying for purchasing a particular product, I feel the worth of it. I feel that I have invested it at a right place. Right to get information about the goods, to choose and complain if not satisfied with the purchased product. So I as an individual, as a consumer, if I feel that the Balaji wafer packet was not up to the mark, I have that right to go to the consumer court and say that the particular product was not up to the mark, and I want to know why it was not up to the mark. Right to demand for the bill of the purchased good. So if you go to any shop, if you purchase anything, you have a right to ask for bill. There are two types of bill, Kacha bill and Pakka bill. Now Kacha bill means on a piece of paper they will write something and give you, and Pakka bill means they would have the shop name, then they have a specific number for their shop, they have their certifications for the shop. If all these things are mentioned on the bill, that means it's a Pakka bill. Okay. GST number, yes. Look at the picture, read the story. Now this is a picture that they have given to us. We need to read this story, and then based on this the judge give the verdict in which he says. Now let's read the story. Mahesh Bhai buys a TV set from a shop. He also takes the bill and the guarantee card, whatever we call it, warranty card or a guarantee card, and whenever we get this warranty or a guarantee card, the shopkeeper writes the date and he stamps over there with his own shop name. That means that particular thing has been purchased, and from then onwards the warranty guarantee starts. The TV stopped working after a while. Mahesh Bhai inquires about it at a TV shop, for he does not get a satisfactory answer from the shopkeeper. He goes to the Consumer Protection Office of his district to take advice. Mahesh Bhai goes to the Consumer Court to file a case and takes a registration form from the court office. Mahesh Bhai himself argues his case in the court. The judge checks the document. The judge gives the verdict in which he says Mahesh Bhai paid the entire amount but did not get a good quality TV set. A shopkeeper should be responsible towards the need of the consumer. Therefore, according to the court's order, a new TV set should be given to the Mahesh Bhai in the place of the old one within a week. So see, he has taken a bill, warranty card, guarantee card, and when his TV set stopped working and he didn't got a satisfactory answer from the shopkeeper, he went to the Consumer Protection Office and he filed the case against the shopkeeper and he got the justice. Why he got the justice? Because he had all the documents with him and he got a new TV set. So over here the chapter gets over, and this entire chapter makes us understand the rights of an individual as a consumer. Okay, this makes us understand that we have to be sensible enough while we are going in the market. When we have to practice our rights, at that point in time we should be all aware of it. We should be all in our senses. We need to take pakka bill, we need to see the quality, we need to do the quality check, we need to read the things, okay, and then we need to purchase. So this is the end of the chapter 7, Consumer in the Market. You will be getting the PDF of it. Thank you.